harmful or ruin someone's life? I wonder. Let's think on that for just a moment. Considering that only around 2% of rapists go to jail, considering that it's very hard to get a conviction for a sexual assault, considering that it goes so underreported, considering that the majority of the time someone is not going to lose a job, underreported. The majority of the time, they're not going to lose close family members or close friends. In fact, close family members and close friends are going to support them and be on their side. Also considering family members or close friends, in fact, to support them and be on their side. The fact that it's not going to affect your income. It's not going to affect your work life. It's not going to affect really anything. You're probably not going to go to jail. It's not going to affect really not going to go to jail. Yeah, I would say that false allegations are not ruining men's lives on a mass scale. Like, that's the dumbest shit that I've ever heard. Let's see what this person has to say. False allegations didn't ruin Johnny Depp. That's a great point. They didn't ruin Donald Trump. Let's see what this person has to say. Didn't ruin Johnny Depp. That's a great point. They didn't ruin Donald Trump. And I'm not even saying that those individuals were falsely accused. Like, even if it did happen, like, we all saw how the media treated that. So, anyways, MP3, what do you want?
I just also heard you saying that, like, an allegation of a sexual allegation.
Anyways, MP3, what do you want?
Are you saying that, like, an allegation of sexual allegations are rare and don't often ruin the lives of the people that are being accused?
Yeah, that would be correct. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I mean, then.
Yeah, that would be.
Oh, I mean, then. I guess I don't disagree with that. No.
Why'd you come up?
No, I just scrolled and I just clicked on the thing quickly, and I thought, I mean, I just wanted to ask.
Okay.
Scrolled and I just clicked on the thing quickly. I just wanted to ask.
Okay. Anyways, moving on. Lying is wrong and ruins people's reputations. I mean, yeah, lying is wrong. Does it ruin people's reputation? No. Like, let's be honest with ourselves. Again, Donald Trump, somebody who has been accused by 27 separate people, was not, like, let's be honest with ourselves. Again, Donald Trump, by 27 separate people, was not in any way, shape, or form damaged. His reputation was not damaged due to the allegations. His fan base either doesn't care or doesn't believe that the allegations were true. So that's going to be a no for that. Due to the allegations, his fan base either doesn't care. So that's going to be a no for that. And then there's plenty of other examples we could talk about. As far as, like, reputation. But your reputation, honestly, is not life-ruining. If you're the everyday man, as far as, like, honestly, is not life-ruining. Even if you're a celebrity, honestly, because, again, we have people like Chris Brown still selling out stadiums and still having all of the support that he has, despite being a wife beater. You know, we have so many different male artists, male actors who are known abusers. You know, we have some male actors who are known abusers within their industries, and no one gives a fuck. Considering that men who don't have any sort of social status, their reputation being tarnished amongst a few people is not life-ruining. Like, you guys are acting like losing a friend, losing a family member is being tarnished amongst a few people is, you guys are acting like losing a friend, losing a family member is life-ruining. It's not. Life-ruining means to be irreparably damaged. Losing a friend is not irreparable damage. You can either go out and make a new friend, or you can sit in your basement and cry about it for the rest of your life. But to act like that's life ruining, like, let's be honest. What's up, Para? What do you want? To act like that's life ruining. What's up, Para? What do you want?
Debating.
Yeah, sure. What's your take?
I mean, I don't exactly agree that.
Yeah, sure. What's your take?
I mean, I don't exactly. You can say that it's just losing a friend or a family member, because if you have rape allegations, you can say that member, because if you have rape allegations, you cannot really get a good job. You cannot get into any like bigger meeting with rape allegations. You cannot get into any like bigger meeting with people, or even go to a party, because you are at least in USA, in sex offender registry.
So,
Or even go to a party, because in sex offender registry.
so how
So
do you
that's a little
expect an employer to find out about an allegation of sexual assault? How do you expect an employer to find out about an allegation?
They have access to the registry.
Okay,
That's
so
how
if
they
you've never been
usually do that.
convicted of a sexual crime, how are you going to be on the registry? Because the majority of rapists don't go to jail. Did you know that only 2% of rapists in America go to jail? Registry. Because the majority of only 2% of rapists in America go to jail. That's 2%.
First of all, you would have
A singular
to show me
digit.
proof of that, because honestly, I'm not really.
Yeah, I can
sure
show
about
you.
that.
It's called the Department of Justice Statistics, crime stats. If you go to the Department of Justice crime stats, you'll see that only.
Honestly, I'm not really.
Yeah, I can show you. It's called the Department of Justice. If you go to the Department of Justice crime stats, you'll see that only 2% of rapists actually go to jail, when compared to the actual amount of them that there are in the country. So the fact that only 2% of jail, when compared to them that there are in the country. So the fact that only 2% of people are going to jail, I would say it's safe to say that the majority of people who are being falsely accused are not going to jail. So how is your employer going to know that you've been falsely accused if you haven't been convicted of the crime and put on the registry?
First of all, even though you are not convicted yet, you can still be put on the registry, which is bullshit, to be honest.
No, you can't. Not in America. I don't know what country.
You are not convicted yet, which is bullshit, to be honest.
No, you can't. Not in America. I don't know what country you're
other
from, but in
part
America,
is
that's not
that
how
you
it
can
works.
he can also get that information from, well, people around.
Yeah,
Because
so
information travels, sadly.
I don't know where you're from, but in America, you will not be put on a registry just because someone makes an allegation against you. That's not true. And also, word does not like people act like they're a much bigger deal than they actually are. No one knows Joe from down the block who was accused by his ex-girlfriend of being a domestic abuser. No one knows Joe from down the block who was accused by his domestic abuser. Nobody knows about Tommy down the street who likes to sexually assault women. Like, you guys are not as serious. Like, you guys are not as important as you think you are. Your reputation really does not go much beyond your acquaintances, close friends, and family. Like, to act like you guys go much beyond and family. Like, to act like you guys have like all men have a reputation that is just touching so many people within their community, it's bullshit. It's not true. And so no, the likelihood of your employer finding that is just touching so many people within their community, and so no, the likelihood of your employer finding out that you've been accused of sexual misconduct is very, very, very slim unless you yourself bring that up. So I would say don't bring it up. Maybe don't talk about it in front of your employer if you don't want them to find out that you've been accused. Because women are not just on mass scales going and telling people's employer if you don't want them to find out that you've been accused. Because women are not just on mass scales employers that they were sexually assaulted by their employees. That's just not happening. That's not a mass scale problem. And I'm not gonna like sit here and pretend like it is. And I think he's trying to run, but he doesn't know how. And I think he's trying to run, but he doesn't know how, so he's just been muted. And also, I'm not defending false allegations. Like, if you think that I'm up here talking about the prompt, right? So the prompt is false allegations are rare and don't often ruin lives. If you read that to mean that I support false allegations, your reading comprehension is shit. I don't know what else to tell you. Go back to school. Like, trust that I don't support false allegations. Why would I? They're like it just doesn't that like I don't know why people always like men just I don't know. Like, do you guys not have the proper comprehension skills to read the prompt and follow? Anyways, that person ran, so if a different person wants to come up, feel free. Of course he reposted that person ran, so come up, feel free. Of course he reposted the DoorDash girl. Okay? Felix, I mean, yeah, there's not a mass scale study to prove like there's not mass scale studies I mean, yeah, there's not a mass scale study to prove studies
Okay, hello?
girl, how old are you?
How old am I?
Yeah, I'm gonna disconnect these.
Okay, hello?
Girl, how old are you? Disconnect you. So yeah, there's not really mass scale studies on the on people who have specifically been accused of sex disconnect you. So yeah, there's not really mass scale studies on people who have specifically been accused of sexual assault who have lost their jobs as the result of afterwards. There's not really mass scale studies on people who have been accused of sexual assault have lost their jobs as the result of afterwards. There's not really mass people who have been accused of sexual assault who you know have had their reputation. I mean, having your reputation ruined is not really accused of sexual assault, you know, have had their reputation. I mean, having your reputation ruined is not really quantifiable. I'm not sure how we would quantify that. So, I mean, we could make up some like arbitrary threshold how we would quantify that. So, some like arbitrary threshold, but it's not really quantifiable. But I would say again, like, your reputation does not stretch as far as you think it does. Like, okay, a couple people think that you're a rapist. Okay, like, bro, like I like genuinely like cool. Like, you think that your life is ruined now because 5 people believe that you're something that you're not. Like, bro, cool. Like, you think that you're not like okay, make new friends. Okay, don't hang around the people who think that you're a bad guy. Okay, I don't know. If you're really that worried about it, move cities at that point. Like, there are so many different remedies. To have your life ruined means that there is no remedy for what happened. There is no remedy to fix whatever you're going through or to make up for like lost time. That would be more so like describing a life that is ruined. Is this rage bait? No. Why would this be rage bait?
Okay, listen, please, because how does false accusations not ruin your life? Please be for real. If someone accuses you of rape and 20 people believe that, your life is quite literally ruined because everybody now... Listen, please, because how does false accusations not ruin your life? Rape and 20 people believe that, your life is quite literally ruined because everybody now thinks that you're a raper. Or rapist, my bad.
No, because again, like the people that you, so if 20
No,
people in the world
it
out of
sounds stupid as fuck.
eight,
Nothing you're saying is making any sense at all. Please stop coming on the fucking internet and embarrass.
girl, I'm gonna need you to just dip on out of here. You sound
Making any sense at all. Please stop coming on the fucking internet and
I need you to just dip on out of here. You sounded underage, so that's problem number one. Problem number two, yeah, 20 people believing that you're a sexual predator. Oh no. Wow, it's not like there's 7. And problem number two, yeah, 20 sexual predator. Oh no. Wow, it's not like there's 7 billion other people who you could go make friends with in the world. Like genuinely. Are we being dead ass right now? Are people really trying to come up here and tell me that 20 people within the world, like genuinely, are people really trying to come up here and tell me that 20 people believing that you're a problem? I'm sure there's 20 people who don't like me. My life isn't ruined. There are at least, I would say, 100 men on this earth who hate me so much that they would on this earth who hate me, do unspeakable things to me if given the opportunity. I get threats in my DMs, my email. I get threats like in comments all the time. And even so, which like a threat on someone's life or a threats in my DMs, my email. I get threats like in comments all the so, which like a threat on someone's life or a threat on someone's well-being, I think is more dangerous than a false accusation. But you know, regardless, like, and more dangerous than a false accusation, you know, regardless, like, and I don't think that my life is ruined because people don't like me and they say these nasty things to me. Like, you guys sound because say these nasty things to me. Like, you guys sound insane. So, it's just really sounds insane when you talk about that. It really sounds insane when you talk about that and when you like say that, because like what are we doing? A threat doesn't ruin your life. So a threat, like, if someone's threatening to do something to you, I think that's more scary than someone accusing you of something that already happened, because a threat can still be made good on. Someone saying that you sexually assaulted them and it never happened, that's not putting your life in danger. Someone threatening your life could quite literally be that could be putting your life in danger if they are genuine about their intentions. So I'm not really sure why you guys are acting again, like why are we acting like your reputation is reaching farther beyond than what it really is? Like, come on, be honest with yourself. So you guys irritate me. You guys piss me off. Like, come on. So you guys irritate me. You guys piss me off. Oh, hold on. Oh, my phone is like overheating. Oh, hold on. My phone is like overheating right now. I think I'm gonna jump off. I might come back on later, but I'm gonna give my phone a second to I'm gonna give my phone a second to chill.